Hi everyone, for today's video I'm going to be talking about my current playlist of 2021. So I have it here, my playlist on my phone, and I'm just going to talk through all the songs. I'm not going to play them because of copyright, but I'm just going to talk through them and talk about why they're on my playlist. So the first song is my favourite song, of all time. It's called Quit and it's by Cashmere Cat and it features Ariana Grande in it. I'm not sure what it is about it that makes me so obsessed with this song, but every time I try and get into something else, I'll just end up coming back to that song and I have it on repeat constantly. And so it's just, everything about it is just so incredible, and I just feel like it deserves a lot more attention than what it has. It is my favourite song of all time. It's just incredible. And then the next song is Thinking About You by Ariana Grande. This is another one of my favourites, probably my third favourite song by her. Although I don't know if you would count Quit as a song by her, but Quit is definitely my favourite song by her and my favourite song of all time. So Thinking About You is probably my third favourite song by her. I just connect with it very personally. I think that's why I love it so much. I also think the ending is very beautiful, and especially when she performed it on the Dangerous Woman tour, it was just the harmonies and things and all the high notes she did were just amazing. And then the next song is Sad Side by Ariana Grande again. A lot of these songs are by Ariana Grande, by the way, but some of them are by other people. But this is probably her best collab with Nicki Minaj. It's also it's a very iconic song, and I just feel kind of timeless. Even though it's been out for 4 years, it never gets old. And I really like the choreography as well, especially on the Dangerous Woman tour where she actually had bikes that she was riding on. But even on the Sweetener tour, it was still just as good. And I feel I'm just never gonna get tired of it or anything. And so the next song is I Don't Care by Ariana Grande, which is honestly a song I don't feel many people talk about a lot, and I haven't really listened to it loads. I love the violins in it. Violins are one of my favourite instruments in songs, so I love the violins in it, and I just think especially her harmonies at the end are very beautiful as well. And yeah, it's starting to become one of my favourite songs off Dangerous Woman. I mean, I love all the songs off Dangerous Woman, but I think it's definitely one of the better ones. So the next song is Sometimes, and I feel sometimes some people feel it's boring, but I actually think it's one of her best songs. It's one of my favourites, especially the bridge in it, I think is so beautiful. With on the Dangerous Woman tour with the balloons and everything, it would have been just an amazing experience, and I wish I could have gone to the Dangerous Woman tour because I think I would have really enjoyed it. And so the next song is Better Off, which is actually my favourite song off Sweetener, and I do just think it's very lyrically, it's very well written, and all her vocals in it, even though there aren't high notes or anything, just the softness, and there's quite a lot of low notes I feel in it. But I know she's only performed it live a couple of times, but I also really like the live performances of it as well. And then the next song is God Is Woman Live. Now, God Is Woman has always been one of my favourite songs. It's actually the reason that I became a fan of her in the first place. I bought Sweetener just because I wanted to listen to God Is a Woman, and the reason I've got God Is a Woman live instead of just the studio version is because it is so much better live. The only reason I listen to the studio version now is for the video, otherwise I'll always listen to the live version of it. I'm so glad that she did a live album for the Sweetener tour, and I hope that if she goes on tour again that she does another live album. All the songs that are on the live album, I just feel they're so much better than the studio versions of them, so I'm really glad that she did a live album. And the next song is Point of View, which is actually my second favourite song by her other than Quit. So if you don't class Quit as a song by her, then it'd be Point of View. But yeah, as soon as I listened to this on Positions, I knew it was going to be my favourite song because it just hit me straight away. Especially her vocals in it, especially during the bridge, it's just incredible, and I really hope there's a music video for it because I just think that would be so beautiful, and I can't wait to hear it live if she ever performs it live. But yeah, it is definitely one of her best songs. It's the best song on Positions, and I know people say it's overrated and everything, but I really don't think it is, and I don't think TikTok's ruined it either. And so the next song is 3435. I actually really like this song. This is my second favourite song off Positions. I love the video for it as well. I think the video for it is the best video from of all the songs she's done off Positions. And I just think it's such a good song. And I know she did a remix with Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion, but I just think the original version is so much better. Even the video, Like the video for the remix was good, but it just can't be like, especially the choreography in the original video, it just can't be it. And then the next song is Nasty, which I feel like it actually took a while for Nasty to grow on me, because I immediately loved it as soon as she released the snippet on her Instagram, which was about 6 months before Positions came out. But it took me a while to get into it because I was listening to all the other songs off Positions, but I actually do really love Nasty now, and I do listen to it all the time. And I feel like not enough people talk about it off Positions, but it is so good. Also took a while to grow on me, but I just think it is such a good song. I love the chorus, especially like with the way she says "Are you down?" but all different, like in like 6 different ways. It's just what she can do with the voice is just amazing, and so I just love 630 so much. And then the next song is Jason's song, which I feel like is just a song that people don't talk about enough, probably because it's like not available on like Spotify or anything really. But I just think it's so good, and I know it's like her vocals is very, very impressive in that song. And even though she only performed it twice, I love the performances of it as well, and I do hope she performs it more. But it's just it is such a good song by her. And I think it also kind of reminds me of Worst Behaviour, which is also a song that I've got on my playlist, but I'll talk about that later. But like, the intro of Worst Behaviour sounds to me like Jason's song. And the next song is My Favourite Part by Mac Miller, which features Ariana Grande. And I just think this is like out of the way in My Favourite Part, which is the collabs that they've released together. I think My Favourite Part is so much better, and I just think their voices work so well together, and I really love the music video for it as well. So yeah, that's one of my favourite songs by both of them. And so the next song on my playlist is by Troye Sivan, and it is called Bloom, which is off his album Bloom. Actually, Bloom is such a good album, and this is one of my favourite songs off it. I do need to listen to Troye Sivan more, because his songs are actually so good, and I don't feel like I appreciate them as much as I should. And the next song is Dance This, which features Ariana Grande. And the reason I got into Troye Sivan is one, because of Ariana Grande, because this song I'd already listened to it by him before I listened to Bloom. One of my friends recommended it to me, and I just think Dance This, the voices work so well together, and it's one of Ariana Grande's best collabs that she's ever done. And I just think it's amazing, like especially I really like the video for it as well, and I hope one day they perform it together live, because I know Troye Sivan, I think he's performed it by himself on tour, but I think it'd just be so much better if they did it together. And I have 3 other songs by him on playlist. I have Plum, Animal and Easy, which I just think are such good songs by him, and I do need to start listening to him more, because his music is really good. And then the next one is Driver's License, which I feel like is something that everyone's been listening to at the moment. It's so popular, and it was actually one of my friends who recommended it to me, and I did get addicted to this song for like a few weeks, and I just think it's such a good song. Like I understand why people are so obsessed with it, because it is just so beautiful. And then the next artist is Victoria Monet, and the first song I have by her is Dive, which is my favourite off her album Jaguar, and I think her vocals in it are so beautiful, and I think it's also like musically a really good song as well. And then these are songs of Jaguar and Moment and Touch Me. I was actually talking to someone who's a fan of Victoria Monet, and we were talking about what songs we thought we were gonna like off the album after she released the track list, and I said I thought Touch Me was gonna be one of my favourite songs, and it turned out it actually was. And I feel like it's also quite a popular song off the album, but I do think there's something about it that's so good, and her songs are so lyrically like well written and everything as well, so I just love her music. And the song is Moment, which I really like the video as well. Like the video is so like aesthetically pleasing, but the song is also so good as well, and she actually performed it live, and I really like that performance by her. The 4 other songs by her are after her album Life After Love Part 1. Life After Love Part 1 I think is my favourite project that she's ever done, and I just think all of the songs of it are so good, but these are my 4 favourites. The songs are Wish I Never Met You, 10 New Friends, Freak and No Good. I think there definitely should have been more singles from the album, because the only one she did was Freak, which was a really good song, and she did with remix as well, but I think I prefer the original. Freak is just such a good song. That and Wish I Never Met You I think are my 2 favourites, but I do also really like 10 New Friends and No Good. All those songs are just incredible, and I hope more and more people start listening to her. I feel like Jaguar does definitely made her more popular, but I hope people listen to her other projects as well, because they are just really good. And then I have 4 songs of Hot Pink by Doja Cat. I have Cybersex, which I think the video for it is really good. I really like the video for it. It's probably my favourite video that she's done off that album. But the song is also really good as well. And I know it's been made like a massive meme out of, but I actually just think it's a really good song like by itself. And I'm glad people are appreciating her work more because of like TikTok and because of like memes and stuff. And I'm glad that showed me like her work, because her music is actually really good. And then I have Like That, which I also think is really good. And I really like the video for that one as well. She always seems to have such like good videos, and I know everyone was saying about the splits, it's just the end is amazing, but I think the whole video is great. And I think it's just Doja Cat, their songs, they're so good for like just like dance and everything. I feel like she doesn't really have like any bad songs at all, I don't think. I feel like I need to start getting more to her albums. I only really listen to her singles, but I do think all her music is so good. And the next song is probably my favourite song by Doja Cat, and it's Rules. And I just think lyrically she did so well with that song, and like the video for it is amazing as well. Like I just think it's so interesting as well. It's one of definitely the songs that I don't feel like a lot of people talk about enough, but it's one of her, I think it is her best song. And the other song I have is Juicy, which I just also think is kind of like that, where the video is good and it's just like really good to like dance to and everything. I feel like all her songs are like that. And then the next two songs are by Jasmine Cephas-Jones, which I feel like a lot of people, no one ever really listens to her music, but she actually plays Mariah Reynolds and Peggy Schuyler in the musical Hamilton, which I feel like has become really popular. So I hope her music does start to become more popular. But then my favourite songs are Heaven and Gone Girl. I think Gone Girl is definitely all-time favourite. She only has 6 songs of her own out, but Gone Girl is definitely my favourite. I just think lyrically it's so good, and the beat is so good as well, especially her high notes at the end. I feel like because she was on Broadway, she can just do it. Her vocals are just so good. But I do really like Heaven as well. I think that's such a good song as well, even though it's not very long, it's still really good. And the next 2 songs are off Positions Deluxe, which was released about a week ago. My favourite songs of it were Worst Behaviour and Main Thing. At first it was Main Thing, but I think now my favourite song is Worst Behaviour, because I just think it reminds me so much of Songs Off Dangerous Woman, which is my favourite album by her. I think Worst Behaviour is definitely my favourite, but Main Thing is also so good as well. And I feel like people really need to be more grateful for their songs, even though they're not very long. Like that doesn't really bother me, because I normally just listen to music on repeat anyway. But Worst Behaviour is definitely the best one off Positions Deluxe. And then the final song is a song that's been getting into my head a lot, How I Look on You, which is off the Charlie's Angel soundtrack, which is a song that Ariana Grande sings. And I feel like it's always just getting stuck in my head, but I just do not listen to it as much as I should. And I think I really just need to start appreciating it more, because it is such a good song. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Comment what your favourite songs are at the moment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.